Okay, here it goes. I told myself, just press record, introduce yourself, and start filming. Okay, my birth name is Sigrid Soto, and I'm known as Secret. Everybody calls me Secret. I just got my camera. I just set up my studio, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. So here I am, gathering up the courage to do this. So bear with me. My first video, my first DIY. I wanted to share with the world, my watchers, hopefully my subscribers, all the wonderful things that I can share with you guys. Tutorials that I can give you guys. So, just to cut it short, because I can go on and on, I was messing around on Pinterest, you know. I'm a Pinterest addict. It's hard, once you get on, it's hard to get off. So it's on Pinterest and I seen these flowers. There's no directions on them. All it shows is a nail polish and these flowers next to it. No directions, no instructions, and I really was intrigued to do them. Figured it out. It's simple. I figured they just made a wire-shaped flower. Grabs the nail polish, and I figured it out from there. And today I just want to share with you guys the first process. It's going to be a two-part series. First part will be how to get to this stage, and then what to do with them after. That'll be my second series. Okay, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. Depending on the size you want to work on, depends on the size of tool you'll need. This is just a paintbrush, and I'm going to be working with this end of the paintbrush to get a certain size circle or flower shape. I tried it big, like this big. Let's see. It didn't work out. I'm not going to toss this. I'm going to continue trying to figure out what to do with it. And then the next size I tried was this, and so on and so on. So right now I'm going to work with what's around me, which is this paintbrush. Make it as cheap as possible, and plus they're flowers. I got this wire from the garden section at Osh here in LA. We have an Osh. It costed me under $3. They do have this gardening wire at the dollar store also, just not always. So I picked this up at Osh. You're going to need yourself some pliers, cheap nail polish. I found this clean color at the dollar store. And it's pretty goopy and thick. Not too goopy. Still works on the nails, but thick. Let's see if you guys can see that. Not too thick, just thick. We'll be using that. Also, I got this at a floral shop here in the Santee Alleys. It's very, very thin wire. So, let's get started. I'm going to make 4 petals today. There's 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to show you the first way, which is something I just got used to doing, and then I'll show you guys the proper way that I think you might want to start with. So, basically, let's work on one end. Get your thumb, or both of your thumbs. Measure, I want it to be maybe here. So here we go. So I got this wire, pushing it down. You don't have to. Get it out of the way. And go around. 1, 2, 3. Since you were holding it, you end up with 4 petals. I counted 1, 2, 3, but in reality is where you have your finger placed, that's where your first petal ends up forming itself. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. When I take it off, you might be able to see it. Anyways, when you're done forming it, you're going to twist your paintbrush a few times. See that? I'm also going to use these to hold right here to twist. Don't twist too much because it will snap. I think that's good enough. Bring your wires together. That way it'll get even tighter. I'm going to bring it off. Show you guys what you end up with is these 4 little loops. Try to stay focused. Let's see. Okay, so there's 4. If I were to open these right now and form my petal, what'll happen is they'll distort. So what we need to do is stabilize them with that thin wire. Very, very thin wire. Like, it's very thin. Let's see. You see that? I work off of the spool. I never cut myself a piece of wire. I just work off the spool. So I'm going to run that through the form. Straight through. All 4 little petals. Hold it down here. Let me get this closer so you guys can see. Okay. So here's your form. Here's the wire. I'm going to go right through. See? Pull it down like this. And I'm just going to wrap it. Go down, wrap around. Oh, around. And get closer. Pull and cut. Okay, so now this form is not going to distort. So now I'm going to pull it apart. And like I said, I still work off of the spool. I'm still connected to the spool. But you know what? At this time, you can just take yourself off the spool. Leave myself a tail. I'm going to snip off all these little extras. Now we're going to form our flower, our 4-petal flower. Remember, flowers are not perfect. So first, can't grip it. I have no nails. Oops. There we go. See that? Let me bring in the other ones that are made. See? What are you doing, Pinini? Pinini's one of our dogs, a family dog we have. She decided to jump on my seat. Anyways, here's a nail polish that we're going to work on. And by the way, I forgot to mention the title, the name I've given this process, because like I said, on Pinterest I couldn't find any directions, any links to how to do this. So I'm calling it Fox Enameling So it's going to look like fox enameling. There we go. I'm going to bring you even closer. There's one petal. I'm going to wait till that gets thickened. We have to move it back and forth, upside down. Because it's still flowing through the form. The paint, the nail polish is still flowing through. It could easily fall right out from the bottom. If I hold it upside down, it could fall right out from the top. It'll take some time to fall out, but it could fall out. So we just keep moving. You can kind of see the shine when it starts to gather this way, starts to gather that way, depending on how you hold it. Eventually it just stops moving and you can move on to your next twig. Here's another size I made. Let's see, right here. This was a thicker wire. This is electrical wire. It has a coating, like a plastic coating over the copper, and the copper wire's inside. Or you can barely see it, but it's in there. It came out kind of messy, but I'll still use it in maybe an art journal. Okay, we're moving on to our next petal. I did notice that the smaller the petals, the quicker you can do this. The bigger the petals, the more time it takes. Goes the next one. And the next one. I have a lot of ideas I want to share with you ladies and gentlemen. Purpose of me starting these videos is to inspire everybody, and at the same time it inspires me to continue coming up with new things. So there we go. You can go ahead and use any color. I have other colors set aside that I want to use. This color with some glitter. I haven't done that one yet. I've done the yellow, different brand, and it worked. That was this one. I'm gonna set that aside. And go ahead and rewatch the video if you didn't get it, if you missed any steps. Rewatch the video. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments below. Any ideas? Anything else you guys want to see? I leave this to dry for about 24 hours, and they do become pretty hard. Let's see if you guys can hear this. They're pretty hard. It is like an enamel. These would make really pretty earrings, charms. You can use them in your journals, so on and so on. But yeah, any questions? Ask me. Any ideas? Anything you guys want to see? I do mixed media. I do jewelry. I do wire work. I'm into everything you can get yourself into as far as art. Am I professional? Well, I have 13 years of experience. I've taught class. Pretty soon, you guys will see my face. Today I'm in my pajamas, relaxing. It's raining outside. I live here in LA. But hope you guys like it. See you guys soon. Bye bye.